Money can be a very, people talk about just about anything to you. What I found in my work is a lot of times they won't talk about money. Also, let me tell you a little bit about my other part of what I do. I have a fee-only financial planning and investment management practice that I've had for 17 years here in Plano. So I work with clients, I work with them, I work with high net worth individuals, family groups. So I work with people in terms of wealth management, things like that. So knowing how people deal with money, I've got a lot of experience on, again, the conflict area and also in terms of practical. But tonight, we're going to talk about money. And, you know, it's kind of interesting. I don't go to many conferences anymore. I do speak at conferences. I don't go to conferences very much anymore. And I think the reason is I realized that there were years ago I decided that if I was ever going to go to a meeting like this and take up my precious time, because as we get older, time is more precious, right? If I'm going to go to something, I want to get something out of it. And I realized that awareness is not enough, right? We can have these awarenesses in an SMU class or in something like this or wherever you go. Whoever you talk to, you may have an awareness, but unless you do something about it or take something away from it and actually put it into action, awareness is really not enough. So what I hope you tonight, if I give you an awareness, what I hope you'll do is if you want to talk to me about it or address an issue, do something about it. If something you find interesting strikes you, do something about it. So the reason I stopped going to conferences is I have a whole laundry list of awarenesses I've had over the years that probably by the time I'm 100, I might finish those. So I don't go to conferences anymore until I get through with my list, right? Does that make sense? There's a whole list of things I want to do. And I'm not going to any more conferences until I get that list taken care of. Saves me money too, right? Money, right? So I hope you get something out of it and you can take some action. So let's talk about what we think money is. Back to my kind of teaching days, I have a little handout here, and we're going to do a little bit of class participation. So I want you guys to, this is how I ran my class, was we want to talk and we want to learn from each other because I'm always learning. So I always like to know, I always like to hear people describe what they believe money is. Okay? So anybody got an idea of what they think money is? Yes?
Something that represents value.
Something that represents value, very good. What else? Ron?
Money to me is the freedom not to have to rush.
Very good, I like that, very good. Anybody else? Evie?
A vehicle to get what you want.
Okay.
It's a tool for trading.
Great, tool for trading, great, super. Anybody else? Yes?
Makes life easier.
It can, yes it can, absolutely, absolutely. It's like I brought one cartoon tonight, and it's this guy that goes into the store, and the store has you can see this, it has happiness on the store, right? And this old codger, this is of course the far side, he's coming out of the happiness store with a little box, right? And he says his few friends had told him he could never buy it, but Mr. Crawley surmised they just did not know where the store was, right? So kind of the whole money buys happiness thing, and I can tell you a minimum amount of money does buy a level of happiness. You know, if we're dealing with Maslow's hierarchy of needs, whatever you want to call it, money certainly can be helpful. But money, you know, we're kind of born into this system, right? Right? So all of us grew up in this country or another country, and you were born into some sort of an economic system of that country, right? Some sort of a mechanism that went on. We don't ever question where it comes from. We don't usually ever question what it means. We have the definitions of money. Most of us store of value, a way to trade things, a way to account for things, but we really don't question it, right? And obviously in the early days, if you look at the history of money, money really started, you know, was a bartering, was a way to keep people from just bartering, right? So years and years ago, people would have a trade, and obviously it was called a trade